Hello, guys. My name is Eric Arroyo. Um, I wanted to make a video talking about anxiety and DPDR, derealization, depersonalization. Um, I've been going through this for about a year now. Um, it's it's crazy. It's definitely a challenge. It's definitely very uncomfortable. Um, and it's hard to be dealing with this, um, especially if you don't know what 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 the problem is. You don't know what it is. You don't know what's causing it. You know, you don't know what it is. Period. So derealization, depersonalization is caused by high levels of general anxiety. If you've had you know, PTSD or something like that, if you had like a very bad traumatic trauma experience, um, then that could, cause your anxiety levels to go really high up, and your perception of reality can be altered because of your high stress, and so it causes you to feel, your mind feels blurry. You feel everything that you see, it looks weird. The sounds may sound a little weird, and your body feels weird, and everything, you feel disconnected, and it's very, very, very scary. You feel like you're losing your mind or something like that. You feel like something really bad is happening to you. Well, let me tell you, it's not. Nothing bad is happening. Okay? You're not losing your mind. You're not going crazy. Nothing bad is happening at all. You're actually perfectly fine. You're perfectly normal. Um, the only reason why you're feeling this sensation is because of your high levels of anxiety. That's all it is. Um, you know, but it's still very scary, and it's very, uncomfortable to deal with it. I wanted to share with you guys a few things that I've found online. They're free. Well, one of them is free, um, and they help like crazy. Like, it's not supplements, it's not nothing. It's self therapy techniques that really, 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 really help um, you deal with anxiety. It doesn't help you cope with anxiety like they always want you to do. Because psychologists and, they always want you to cope with anxiety. Um, well, these techniques that I've found, um, they don't help you cope with anxiety. They help you end it for good. The only way that you are going to get over anxiety, the only way that you're going to really be free from it is to accept it. Yeah, it's really weird and it sounds really bad. You might be saying, like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like, how am I going to accept this? It takes time. Trust. It takes time. It takes courage. Um, but the only way for you to be free from it is to not fear it anymore. Um, you know, that's the only way. It's the only way to be free from it. The thoughts that you get, they don't make you. Those are just thoughts. You can't control your thoughts. You think about every, you know, weird things. For example, like, I don't know, weird things that come into your mind, but they're not scary. You know, um, that those thoughts don't cause you to freak out. You know, they're weird, but they're not scary weird. So, with anxiety, that's the problem with anxiety. Anxiety actually makes you think really scary things. Like, really scary things pop into your head, like, you know, the thought of you hurting yourself or the thought of you hurting somebody else. And those thoughts are really, scary, because you're like, what the hell am I thinking about? Like, that's not who I am. That's not something that I want to do. So it triggers an alarm. But what you have to realize is it's just a thought. It's really scary and it's really creepy. And why am I thinking about this? But at the end of the day, what really matters is your action towards those thoughts. You may think, because you may think about things like, oh my God, I just had the thought of like me, having my friend's baby and just dropping it, and the baby dies or whatever, because those are the kind of thoughts that come into your head. But at the same time, you gotta contradict those thoughts and be like, yeah, that's not happening, or just yeah, whatever. you know you have to really contradict your thoughts like that. You can't give it so much power. But anyways, guys, so I want to share this with you. This book is extremely powerful and helpful. This man right here, he is an expert on dealing with anxiety. He has taught celebrities, police officers, firefighters, people that you would never think that, they're going through anxiety, but they are. And that book it's like a Bible for anxiety. And I'm not just saying that. It really is. It talks about everything. Everything you need to know about anxiety. It doesn't matter what type of anxiety you're going through. Trust me. Every type of anxiety there is, PTSD, OCD, every type of anxiety there is, this book is a guide on how to deal with it. The book is only $12 online. It's an amazing book. It's extremely interesting. It's like somebody is talking to you. Like, really. It's like somebody is just talking to you and giving you answers on how to deal with anxiety. So I very much, very, very, very much suggest that you guys get it. Like I said, it's only $12 online. It's called Dare. Let me show it again. It's called Dare, and it's an amazing book. It's a very amazing book. So it has a part. I'm gonna read this real quick. I don't want to make the video too long, but see, it talks about unreality, depersonalization. See? So let me read this to you guys real quick. The sensation of unreality is often cited as the most disturbing and uncomfortable sensation associated with anxiety. Psychologists call this sensation derealization or depersonalization disorder. Suddenly, there's a change, and objects and familiar situations seem strange. Many people who experience panic attacks and constant anxiety become distressed by this sensation and feel they may be losing their mind. They report feeling disconnected, as if separated from the outside world by a fog of pane of glass. This often leads to believing that some permanent damage has been done to their brain, which is causing these sensations. A typical manifestation of this depersonalization or unreality is when you're having a conversation with someone and you suddenly feel alarmingly isolated and removed from the situation. Once this sensation arises, it can be so impactful that it sticks with you for days, and worries about its return keep popping up. It's difficult to accept that such a disturbing symptom is simply a result of high anxiety, but it is. The sensation is caused by two things: delayed perception and mental preoccupation. While under constant stress or anxiety, the buildup of stress chemicals in your system causes a delayed response in sending the information between neurotransmitter sites in your body. This slight delay between experience and thought can create a momentary sensation of unreality. The same effects are experienced under the influence of marijuana, but people don't react with fear because they are aware that the drug is causing the sensation. When DP occurs as a result of a bad drug trip, it doesn't cause long-term damage, but individuals must avoid whatever drug triggered it, as further episodes are likely if they take the drug again. It's when the sensation arrives while you're just talking to someone at the water cooler at work that things feel a little scary. To this day, little is known about depersonalization, but one theory states that depersonalization is a protection mechanism your brain uses to keep you from experiencing trauma. This sensation is often isolated with high-intensity traumatic events. In order to protect you from the emotional impact of that event, your brain, in effect, numbs you by using a psychological anesthetic, if you will. People who experience panic attacks or high anxiety could be triggering depersonalization as a protection mechanism in response to the trauma of the intense anxiety they experienced. I mentioned depersonalization because the condition isn't often discussed, and I want to reassure those of you who may have experienced it that it absolutely will pass as soon as your general anxiety levels reduces. Trust me on that. Once the mind and anxiety levels reduces, I got lost. Once the mind and body return to a normal level of relaxation, your body then has the opportunity to dispel some excess chemicals, and the sensation of being disconnected from the world ends. It's very easy to start imagining all the terrible mental illnesses that this sensation could mean, but don't worry. You haven't caused any damage to yourself, and you'll soon return to the person you were before depersonalization crept in. The quickest way out of this disconnected feeling is to apply the DARE response, and then allow time to pass. The DARE response is a technique that the book has in it, and it's very powerful and it's very good. Don't fight or resist it. Diffuse the what if thoughts that you have about this sensation being a sign of some serious mental problem. It's not. It's simply the result of high anxiety. Then get comfortable with this very uncomfortable sensation by allowing it to be. So that was just, a little piece of the book talking about depersonalization, derealization. But it's very powerful and it's very helpful. The book itself, like I said, it's like a Bible. It's like a Bible for people with anxiety. It's a guide. So I encourage anybody that is going through any type of anxiety. I'm not talking about only DPDR. I'm talking about OCD. I'm talking about every type of anxiety. And panic attacks. To get that book. The book is incredibly powerful. It's incredibly helpful. So that's one other thing. Another website that I found was is a completely different guy, talking about his experience with anxiety and all of that. And he also has a technique to deal with anxiety that is very powerful as well. His website is completely free. It's a self-therapy. It's completely free. So you go to www.panicattacker.com. That's www.panicattacker.com. As soon as you type that in, you're going to go and it's going to say self-therapy. You scroll down and you read. Just read it. And then in the bottom part there's going to be like a little button saying listen now. You click on there and all the audios are going to pop up. Listen to all the audios and trust me, you're going to be like, "Oh wow, this is crazy. Like this is really good." So look that up, guys. Also, this guy, Barry McDonough, he has a website as well. If you want to check it out, go to www.panicaway.com. That's www.panicaway.com. Check it out. And check the other one as well. www.panicattacker.com. Just check those two websites out, and I promise you guys, I promise you that you are going to find relief, because you're going to say like, "Oh my God, there really is a way out of this." That's what happened to me, and I'm sharing it with you guys because I know how desperate it could be to try to find a way out of this. So best of luck, guys. Keep your head up. We will get through this, and I say we because I'm still fighting through this myself, and the battle's not over. So don't lose hope, ever. Do not lose hope, because we're going to get through this. I promise you that. There's been people that have been through it, so we're gonna do it too. All right. So subscribe to my channel, because I'm probably gonna be loading more videos about every little thing that I've learned, and I'm probably gonna be posting videos of my experience with anxiety and my my recovery journey. And share the video, guys. If you find it helpful, and if you find the websites helpful, share this video, because we need to spread the word on how to deal with anxiety. And I'm telling you right now, these two websites that I found, they're going to change your life. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'm sorry the video was so long, but I had to do it. So yeah, so subscribe, share, and thank you for watching.